Alright, hey guys, it is Chris here again with another video. In this video today, we're going to be talking about one of the very last videos about the Sears bankruptcy. So, as of today, at the very last minute, Eddie Lampert's deal to buy Sears was granted approval as the retailer was given a second life. So the key points from this article is a federal bankruptcy judge approved the sale of Sears Holdings to billionaire Eddie Lampert. The $5.2 billion deal is expected to save 425 stores and roughly 45,000 jobs. So the judge that did this was Judge Robert Drain, who overheard the itinerary of concerns over a 3-day hearing from Sears unsecured creditors who pointed to potential flaws in ESL's business plan and its previous failures running the retail giant and their arguments against the deal. So this should be an interesting article. So Sears Holdings was granted a new lifeline on Thursday as it sailed to Chairman Eddie Lampert through an outflight of his hedge fund, ESL Investments, was approved by a federal bankruptcy judge. ESL has said that the $5.2 billion deal to buy the company will save 425 stores and roughly 45,000 jobs. Judge Robert Drain of the U.S. Bankruptcy Court for the Southern District of New York said he expects to enter the order on Friday, thereby making it official. So, as of tomorrow, this deal will be official, and Sears will basically be exiting Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Now, honestly, in my opinion, this deal actually does make sense because Sears still has a lot of valuable real estate left. So I'm happy that the employees are being saved, but I think somebody else could have came in and bought Sears. But I mean, Sears was really very close to liquidating the entire company, and I think what's going to happen with Sears in the future is it's probably going to. I mean, it's still going to shrink here and there, but I think once the retailer gets down to a certain number of stores, they can then shift their focus to those stores, and they'll just put the money towards the stores that are successful, and we'll just close the stores that will fail. I don't know exactly what's going to happen yet, but hopefully no more stores will close, but we'll just have to wait and see. So, anyways, getting back to the article here. The company, which owns both Sears department stores and Kmart, filed for bankruptcy in October, and Lampert's bid had been the only option that could save it. Basically, nobody else was interested in Sears other than its chairman, Eddie Lampert. The deal, though, has been protested by unsecured creditors, which have laughed the deal as a scheme robbed the Sears' creditors and assets. They have accused Lampert of using unique positions as Sears' longtime chairman, CEO, and the largest shareholder to orchestrate its deals unduly benefit him. In a trial that spanned 3 days, 2 courtrooms within the White Plains, New York courthouse, Drain ordered the itinerary of concerns from Sears unsecured creditors who pointed potential flaws in ESL's plan and its previous failures running the retail giant. So Eddie Lampert's practices of selling off Sears brands and also closing stores as well, which a lot of that occurred in 2018. The creditors asked the bankruptcy judge, the creditors attacked the bankruptcy sale that Sears ran. The creditors attacked the bankruptcy sale that Sears ran as it looked for a buyer, and argued that ESL's bid was deficient. As Drain read his ruling Thursday, he outlined obligations before him. As he laid out by the bankruptcy code, he said he was determined whether the deal made, quote, good business sense, which the judge said he believed it did. So he believed that Eddie Lampert was going to throw the money, he was going to save the jobs, and everybody would go home with money. I don't know if he's making the right decision here, but apparently he believed in Sears, and he said, we want to keep it going, especially if this guy is going to pay us over almost $10 million, almost $10 billion for the company. So clearly the money definitely convinced him. That is for sure. I think if Eddie Lampert went any lower than $5.2 billion, I think you'd be seeing reports from every single news station around the country about Sears going out of business. So I think in a case it's good. It's nice to see that the judge actually saw it in a good business sense. So he said that the auction process conducted by Sears, though was excited, was fair considering that time limits imposed by its liquidity constraints. Despite Lampert's unique status as a Sears chairman and largest investor, Drain believes that Lampert's acquisition of Sears was thoroughly and independently evaluated by an independent committee appointed for the process. Drain was unhappy, though, with the letter Lampert sent to the sorry guys, there's just a lot of stuff here that a lot of big words I don't want to read. This is like back and forth in the courtroom as Drain closes ruling. If you guys want to see the article and want to read it more, check the link in the description below. I just want to keep moving here. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit tired. It's very late, but I figured I'd want to get this video up before tomorrow. So we're going to skip this paragraph right here, and I'm going to get to the next part. As Drain closes ruling, he addressed that Lampert directly through the reclusive billionaire was not in attendance, opting to instead listen by a dial-in from his office in Bay Harbor Islands, Florida. Wow. He was not directly in attendance. So I don't know. That doesn't sound like a good sign when you're not in the actual courtroom. He actually was in a dial-in in his lovely Bay Harbor luxury home in Florida. Jeez. Let's give it up for Eddie Lampert, everybody. Lampert's miscriticism combined with the magnitude of Sears' fall and the finger-pointing that has accomplished it has set the groundwork for the verbal abuse Drain believes that Lampert has been subject to, which basically means he really just wrecked the company. He's gotten his way, and now this is gonna. I don't know what Eddie Lampert's gonna do now. Nobody knows. It's gonna be up to him. You know, he's gonna be the chairman. He's probably gonna put himself back as CEO. But yeah, we'll talk about more of that when we get to the end of the article. In addition to the accusations lobbied by the company's unsecured creditors during the course of Sears bankruptcy, Lampert has also been a target. That stupid fucking. I'm not even gonna get into that. No political here. With Sears rivals, said Drain, Lampert. According to the judge from the Westchester County in the Southern District, whatever, said Lampert has, quote, has the opportunity not to be a cartoon character. He should do that, said the judge. The judge urged Lampert to continue clear communication process with the company and its employees' guidelines, and as he guides the emerged business. Missed plans and uncertain future. So this talks about Eddie Lampert's history about Sears. President. So these are all the people here. Missed plans and uncertain future. Lampert's previous missteps, communicating and otherwise, were well documented over the closure of the trial. Lampert merged Sears and Kmart in 2005, and then Sears and Kmart 2005. Both companies have tumbled since then, and the company did not turn a profit since 2010, which is about 9 years ago. And then they said, I do not recall missing our plan for every year when I was on the board. So that was Kalani, which was president of ESL since March of 2016. The same guy outlined the vision for the company has for its resurgent. I don't even know what the hell that says. Ethiopian papers. ESL filed with the bankruptcy court last week. It plans to build out smaller stores, focused on selling its most popular products like appliances and mattresses. It expects to improve its performing by only running 425 of its profitable stores rather than roughly 700 stores, some of which were losing money, that were opened when it filed in October. When Drain acquired whether a smaller footprint meant for decreased operating clout with suppliers, Sears Financial Chief Officer Robert Rickers believed that the smaller scale will help the company optimize its inventory rather than, quote, starving its unprofitable stores. And this right here, you can see all the people lined outside the United States Courthouse in Westchester County in White Plains for the Sears hearing, which honestly lasted about 4 days. So very interesting on that. There's a lot here on this article. Drain made it very clear during the course of the hearing he was well aware of his uncertainty portraying Sears in the future. That uncertainty, however, did not appear strong enough to overwrite the deal that would save 45,000 jobs. Whether it's a company that is used to print educational books, used to print plus-size clothes, the internet has changed everything, and any projection is more doubt than any projection would have 15 years ago or 10 years ago, Drain said, seemingly referring to the bankruptcy of Hoffman and Philby. Oh yeah, that was a reading company at schools. They did like books for schools. He acknowledged itinerary litigations that secured creditors have lodged against Lampert's bid for deals he did under his tenure as Sears chairman and CEO, largest shareholder. Creditors include Sears spend. Yeah, that's just about the spinoff. And then this is just all other stuff that I don't want to get into, guys. Once again, I don't want to read this whole article because this video is going to get very long. But this is all the stuff that's going to happen with the employees, all that other stuff. And I think this is the end of the article here. So if you guys want to read this whole article, make sure to, once again, to check the link in the description below. I'm just going to give my thought very quickly on this. I think it's good that Eddie Lampert is giving Sears a second chance at life, but however, he is going to have to do some serious thinking, or what he might, this is either going to go two of one ways. Eddie Lampert's actually going to care for once, and he's going to throw money into the stores, or he's going to sell off the rest of remaining Sears value, and then himself, he would just kill off the company. I don't know exactly what he's going to do, but right now it's just it's still a big old toss-up. I mean, Sears is out of bankruptcy as of tomorrow, but I still don't know it's still an uncertain future for the company, especially with Eddie Lampert returning as chairman. And he's probably going to be going back to the CEO CEO position of Sears, not permission, position of Sears. So we'll just have to wait and see what Mr. Eddie Lampert has in store for Sears. So anyways, guys, thank you again for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this video, and that will be it.